All right. Hello,
Right.
hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shoot First. Wag niyo ilipat. Hindi kayo nagkakamali ng channel. Shoot First pa rin to. This is Gio Evangelista. And in case you're wondering nasan yung regulars natin, Avi is currently covering the MPBL. Nico and Juanito are doing the research for the PBA's finals coverage. But do not fret, we will be joined by our very own Shoot First community moderator, Ain Magalang. Ain,
What's up,
kumusta?
everybody? Good evening to everybody. So, ako
Yes.
muna ngayon. Pansamantala. Ngayong
No,
gabi.
no. Who knows? Who knows? Di ba? Eh,
Thinking,
Ain, yeah, today it is an honor and a privilege because we have a very special episode for everyone, no?
it is a very special episode.
This is in celebration of the International Women's Month and very timely because, you were celebrating our kabayan, Alex Ayala as well,
Yeah.
which we can talk about more later. Pero ngayon, we are joined by some of the biggest advocates and ambassadors of women's sports. Now, overwhelmed ako. Just want to express kasi nakakakilig na grabe,
Mm.
grabe yung oras ngayon na kasama natin sila. First, let me introduce to you the founder of She Got It, Pinky V. Messias. Hi, Pinks. Pinky.
Hi everyone. Yes, thanks, Pinky.
Hello, hello. And of course, from Girls God Game PH, Carla Bello. Hello, Carla.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, so we're recording. It's tonight ngayon, gabi. So a bit of a background lang. Ba't tayo nandito, no? So last March 11, during the Sabrina Tour Craft the Future
Mhm.
Showcase,
Mhm.
of course, featuring our female cagers, nakita ko lang yung mga engagement and stories from Sabrina. And initially, and pardon my ignorance, kasi akala ko ang engagements lang nila is with Titan, with Slam PH, and Nike. And then,
Mm.
during the unveiling of the Sacred Heart Academy basketball court, ang dami na
Right.
stories na nagsunod-sunod from your
Mm.
organizations. And I wasn't aware na meron. And again, pardon my ignorance, pero we thought they should be in the spotlight. No, it's
Yep.
it's, it's really high time, especially with boom ngayon, merong women's MPBL. So we reached
Yeah.
out, parang March 12 pa lang, the following day, and here we are. Thank you. Thank you. Ang dami nating usap back and forth for availabilities and ngayon, nandito na tayo. So, before we begin, no, kwentuhan niyo naman kami, paano ba nagsimula? Anong naging motivation ng organizations nyo para mabuo? Let's start with Pinky.
Okay, so hi everyone again. So she got it. So actually, guys, this is a newly formed platform, but this is with the inspiration of course, I'm also part of Girl Scout Game Philippines, where I'm one of the head of the community engagement. While as for She Got It, yun, CEO or rather founder, CEO of the company. So it was created in the inspiration of the events that I have attended for the past couple of years. So since I'm actually playing basketball, pero hindi talaga super galing. Like sa mga colleges lang, di ba? They form a team and then they just get to compete with other colleges. So as time goes by, after I finish studying, I'm still parang active when it comes to playing basketball. If you're familiar with ano ba yun, yung mga MVP companies, meron silang Olympics, right?
Mhm, mhm.
With these companies, and I'm still joining those companies until such time that I was recruited by one of the founders of Girls Got Game Philippines. So I started in 2019 with them, and then after a couple of years, I was able to get the privilege to be invited for a specific event na ano naman siya, parang organized siya ni, hindi pala parang, organized siya ni Titans.
Mhm,
They're bringing people in one community, and they're teaching them how to create like a platform, or if you don't know how to start a platform or how will you start a platform, and they're teaching us the right way, the right flow, or what are the content supposedly. So may idea ako that time, parang gusto ko siyang gawin apart from yung advocacy ko to volunteer for GGG. Gusto ko rin siyang i-extend. And since sinasabi naman nung ibang tao na medyo talkative nga ako or I probably have the skill also to like, kunwari ganito, do podcast or do this specific platform. So, ayun, dun ko nakuha yung inspiration. That's where uh, I met B from Atleta Filipina. She's one of the speaker, and then we have I saw also this the founder of Go Hard Girls, si Sage.
Mhm.
And then si Mariana Lopa, yung isa naming founder, and then yung um I'm not familiar with the name, but she's the one been hosting from the sports community. So dun ko siya nabuo. I've been thinking about what can I do for my community to the sports community. How will I be able to extend? So si She Got It is a platform wherein nakikita ko kasi they're always talking about the athlete itself, 'di ba?
Mhm.
But gusto ko sana for this platform, we're going to talk about the women behind kunwari, who are organizing the specific sports event, camp, what else? Referees, sportscaster. So, yun talaga yung pinaka-goal nung She Got It. And that is really the motivation and inspiration why I created She Got It. So, recently, I haven't had any postings yet because we were so busy Women's Month, and I'm getting a
Mhm.
lot of inspiration and still trying to learn what kind of content or kung paano ko ba siya bubuuin. But since I'm one of the head also of sa GGG nga, so we're very busy kasi we really would like to share first the experience to the kids.
Mhm.
So, yon.
So, nabanggit mo, Pinky, na kaka-start lang. When did you actually start? What year?
I think I was able to launch lang earlier, I think around February.
Oh, this year.
Yes, this year. I was supposedly be launching it last year, but
Mhm.
parang even though medyo talkative, active, meron pa rin akong parang feeling na nahihiya, tapos sino bang manunood? Like
Mhm.
I think medyo hindi pa ako ganun ka-confident, but ayun nga, kaka-launch ko lang niya, tapos I was only introducing pa the platform, but then
Mhm.
meron naman akong mga plan na nakalatag along the way that I was able to learn from the experience nung parang sport community na samahan.
Mhm. Mhm. Great to know the inspiration came from when you were recruited by GGG. And on that note, over to Carla. Can you tell us more about Girls Got Game PH?
So, Girl Scout game, actually, medyo matagal na kami. This
Mhm.
is our 10th year.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, so we're planning sa a lot of medyo bonggang year
Mhm.
sana this year for our 10th anniversary. Parang we started lang rin na a group of girls, mostly athletes, dating nag-varsity,
Mhm.
mga college athletes. Hindi pa naman uso masyado ang pro noon.
Mhm.
So we
Mhm.
wanted, I think most of us really just wanted to give something back to the community. Yun yung, syempre, pag athlete ka ng college, tapos na yung career mo,
Mhm. Mhm.
you still want to do something with the sport. So marami kami, our founders, Rizan T and si Nika Arcilia. They're from two different sports din. Tapos, parang nag-pull in sila ng iba-ibang sports. So, ang natira sa amin, so we do basketball, obviously, volleyball, football, football or soccer, and then rugby. So, yun yung four sports na
Mhm.
talagang sa halos lahat ng camps or kasi we hold camp. So, basically, we are parang a roving sports camp
Bro.
when we started. So, we
Mhm.
would go to places. Usually, we choose areas na with underprivileged kids,
Mhm.
girls aged 8 to 12 years old ang tinuturuan namin. And then we just spend 2 days with them na teaching the four sports. So half day, so 2 days, half day, half day.
Mhm.
One sport yung matututunan ng bata sa half day. So, sa isang weekend, may 4 siya agad na sports na na-experience. So, again, it's volleyball, basketball, football or soccer, and rugby. So, after pandemic, or during the pandemic, syempre we had to adapt. Nag-shift kami to like medyo a module type. So, we did, nung pandemic, as in purely modules.
Mhm.
And then, we would give online classes. Tas, nagpamigay kami ng modules. O yan, susundin nyo. Medyo mahirap, syempre, na walang actual coach right there.
Mhm.
And then now we're doing kind of hybrid setup. It's a 4-week long camp or training session. We do 1 day na parang intro to the sport.
Mhm.
2 weeks na with the module, you have homework, you do exercises sa bahay. And then another or culminating activity na lahat ng kids isasama-sama namin ulit. Tapos magpapa-mini tournament kami.
Mm.
So, but because it's module type, parang one sport per quarter so same set of kids and then we do it one sport per quarter. Yun. So that's Girl Scout game.
Mhm. So, curious to know lang, dun sa sports, so you've cited basketball, volleyball, soccer, and uh,
Rugby.
rugby. Lahat yun kasama sa, let's say, I'm a student, maaaral ko lahat yun.
Yes.
Or they can select.
Ano, talagang lahat. Sa
Lahat.
ayaw at sa gusto mo.
I see. So, introduction talaga
Oo,
sa lahat.
introduction to the sport talaga. We encourage kasi rin na, syempre, try nyo kasi baka mamaya, yun yung gusto nyo pala.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
sometimes yung mga kids namin talagang zero sports. As in,
Mhm.
wala silang, even PE kasi sa kanila, parang hindi naman masyadong, wala silang PE actually. May mga places na pinuntahan na kami na hindi pala sila nagpi-PE. So, ito yung first experience nila with sports.
I have a question for it. So, I was following GGG way before for a few years now. So, nakikita ko everybody are having call-ups for volunteers.
Yes.
Ganyan. So, with the volunteer program, naka-reach na rin po kayo ng iba't ibang athletes. So, recently, I saw that Cam Rodriguez also volunteered for the football camp. So, how was the program with her? And I saw that the kids were really happy when they learned about the football. At ito yung height ng era where they won in the World Cup, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, nung time na yun, syempre, busy schedule sila, diba? Medyo mahirap hagilapin. Pero, Cam has always been a supporter. Actually, feel ko ever since we started. I know that she's good friends with our managing directors now. So that's Jelly too. Parang ever since talaga naman, familiar na siya with the program. And then when she has time, as in she will attend. I think ang okay doon kasi we also give them a chance to speak and I guess share their experiences with the kids. So always we invite then one athlete at least na talagang kilala na in the industry. So yun nga, Camrod is a mainstay. Parang parati siyang nandun kung meron. And hopefully in the future camps then, especially, I think he's gonna be doing sa PPF. Diba?
Meron siyang something cooking for her own. Yeah. So just to also add, the format kasi that we do, we recruit kids from underprivileged communities, and then yung shinare ni Carla na format for hybrid setup is they do have 2 face-to-face, so that's from the start or the opening of the sports and then the last one. And then sa opening ng sports, we bring all the kids to our home court, which is in Bulacan, where you guys see the unveiling of the refurbished courts. So we bring them all together doon sa venue na yon, and that's where we teach the basic skills of the sports, but as well as yung basic life skills that they can brought when they go out. So yung shinare ni Carla is we are actually inviting nga mga what we so-called MVP speakers. And these people are the one who's giving like inspirational talks also. A mini talk to the kids para meron silang i-look up to and para ma-introduce din yung sports na ituturo namin for that specific quarter. So very glad also na I was able to join GGG because I am not really like a former varsity. Medyo na-intimidate pa nga ako kasi si Carl naglaro siya sa UAAP and then other sports directors that we have, basketball, sa soccer. So it was really an amazing experience kasi they really bring the Philippine athletes and they really parang expose this to the kids para meron talaga silang ilo-look up to. Plus, um, yung gender awareness na yung sports na panglalaki is something na kaya din siyang gawin ng girls. Kasi meron kasi sa ating parang um, connotation na pag volleyball, girls, basketball, boys, diba? Tapos pag soccer, something na hindi mo siya matatouch kasi hindi naman siya tinuturo talaga sa ibang communities. Like if hindi ka part ng medyo school na they can afford to pay for their own class, diba? So parang yun yung parang one of the goals din, di ba, Coach, na we are trying to parang share to the kids. So parang main goal namin before is apart from they are doing parang if they're not doing anything to avoid early pregnancy, we introduce them the sports so that meron silang pagkabisihan, right? Diba? Parang apart from them going out, makipagbarkada or whatsoever. So, sige, we teach you the sport, we teach you the basic skills, tas labas ka sa court nyo, gawin mo siya. So, something like that.
So maybe to add rin, we usually just get volunteers na coach for both coaches and we call them team captains o yung mga parang nag-herd dun sa mga kids. We only get female volunteers. Kasi yun nga, we really want to enforce na kaya rin talaga ng girls. So kung nakikita nila, lahat ng nag-coach, lahat ng nag-volunteer babae, parang mas maengganyo silang maglaro ng sports na maski it's a male-dominated sport.
Yeah.
Okay, so hearing that is really, really beautiful because alam ko maraming hindi alam yung background ng GGG and there's a certain program like this for our grassroots, especially kids and women who wants to probably be in the sport community in the future, or GGG is giving them a platform or a space to show their skills or to know their dreams kung ano nga bang gusto nilang gawin in the future. So, as you guys mentioned, you inaugurated the basketball court in Santa Maria, Bulacan during Sabrina's tour here in Manila. So, can you guys walk us through the whole experience during the Sabrina tour? I know Kuya Gio was also there during the Araneta one. So, kung hindi alam ng lahat, by the way, Kuya Gio is also a coach. He's coaching women's basketball in LB. So, yay. So, can you guys walk us through the whole experience of GGG during the Sabrina tour? And I saw some stories of GGG and it was really a Senti one. It's a big milestone for everybody. So,
Ako muna. Sige, Coach. So, ayun. Ano ba? Because we started getting this specific events with the help also of our managing directors because she's been really active on, involving GGG to such kind of activities. Like ito, medyo malaki. Now, the experience, I can say that is very overwhelming. So from Coach Carla no, to parang a regular camps na parang minsan lang kami makakita ng UAAP players or minsan may camps kami na hindi talaga kami nakakakuha ng enough volunteers for the sports itself. And we all know when it comes to basketball, it's a really big topic, and it's something na it's na super favorite ng Filipinos, diba? Playing basketball. So when we knew about this, we were very happy because we will be able to give um like an ultimate experience to the kids. So when we were there, the news is a surprise. The news is like a surprise to the kids. So we're parang informing them, we're feeding them information as we go along to the D-Day. Um, Sinabi lang namin siya nung day itself. So, gumising kami maaga, 5 a.m. Because of course, I'm from Tagaytay. Tapos there are a lot of kids na ipipick up ng coasters from other places. And then sinabi lang namin yung news when we're already traveling. Then when we get there, um, we're very excited. The kids were very excited because this is the first time that they'll be able to see like an Olympic champion, diba? Like WNBA player. And we were able to give them naman like enough information of who is Sabrina, and feeling ko nakikita na naman nila si Sabrina for the past few days kasi nga very ang dami-dami niyang activity simula nang pumunta siya dito. Ayun. So, they're very excited. There are a lot of kids na maybe hindi pa nila ganun kakilala, but it's something that they can keep when they grow up. Diba na not all of these kids are really fond of playing basketball, but because baka nakita nila si Sabrina, they would be able to pursue the sports itself. There are also kids na they were able to show off their skills on a mini tournament apart from unveiling the court. So we started off saying thank you to Sabrina. There were messages coming from the kids afterwards. We have a specific drills na ginawa doon sa court for a specific period of time. Tapos sumama si Sabrina to each kid. So hinati sila 80 kids, 70 to 80 kids yon. So, she joined specific drills, nag-teach siya ng basic form of shooting, tapos nakisama siya dun sa mga kids. Even dun sa mini tournament, siya yung toss ng ball, and these kids were really very happy. You would really see their smiles, their excitement. Alam mo yun, na-experience nila na we were able to give the experience to them. And hindi lang sila, kami din super excited kasi 'di ba, makakita ka ng isang icon na hindi mo naman everyday nakikita. Lalo na ako, I'm not I mean gusto ko talagang matuto ng super ng basketball, and seeing an icon and sharing to the kids kung sino siya, kung ano yung pwede niyang magawa is something na they can bring in para mas matuto sila, and then para mas ma-encourage sila. So, at least, diba, makakita sila ng girl na nagba-basketball. Ay, hello! So, yun. So, I think the experience was really a blast, no? So, medyo nakaka-overwhelm pala. So, thank you also sa mga nag-sponsor kay GGG at namigay ng shoes.
Ay,
So,
wow.
I also got mine. So, yun. Super, super overwhelming, super grateful yung mga parents, most especially because we were able to give them parang an idea na alam mo yun na yung kids nila pwedeng maging gantong athlete in the near future. So yun. So very happy.
And congratulations, by the way. Sobrang sobrang malaking milestone and very historic event. And sobrang props sa inyo kasi naalala ko ang init nun, 'di ba? Grabe.
Grabe. Kami yung may hawak ng curtain. I mean ng tela tapos
Mhm.
in-unveil namin siya. So, nakakakaba, I mean, nanginginig kami, all
Mhm.
of us, because of the excitement and happiness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very grateful to have the organization catering to kids. No? Yung demographics really is very, I'd say it's very particular during the formative years ng preteens, di ba, yung napili nyo. Pero, will you also like cater to mga interested individuals kahit sabihin natin mga bata din na magre-reach out or mga, I don't know, mga tita ba, may chance, ganun?
I think yung format namin right now, mas intro to the sport kasi siya.
Mhm.
So, hindi siya pang gusto kong matutunan at gusto kong
Mm.
gumaling. So,
Okay,
it's
okay.
more, gusto mo ba matry? Or
Mhm.
marunong ka ba magganito? Gusto mo bang itry muna? Mas dun kami nagpo-focus, not really na
Ah.
after ng camp na to, magaling na magaling ka ng player.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's not our goal eh. Our goal is really, uy, meron kang ibang pwedeng gawin. And that something is to play a sport.
Mhm.
And sana, pag mag-varsity or not really varsity, but pagtuunan nila ng pansin din, they can do it on a weekly basis, barangay-barangay, ganyan. Or talagang it gets them to school, until college. Now, there's an opportunity for pros, di ba? So,
Yeah.
yun yung goal. So, at saka, kaya rin kami nandun sa age ng 8 to 12. Kasi yun yung parang turning point nga ng ano bang gagawin ko, di ba?
Mm.
Yun.
Going to teens yun.
Mhm. Makes sense. Ay, ang ganda nung na-highlight ni Carla na introduction to sports. Ano bang gusto mo munang gawin? So it's really not like a developmental or skills development camps. I'd say it's very unique. It's a
Mm.
niche and it's parang kailangan siya. Kailangan siya kasi sobrang laki ng basketball sa atin na hindi na-explore ng iba. And ako, well, hindi man ako I'm a guy na lumaki sa ito lang alam kong sport. I wasn't given
Right.
the platform to explore and sobrang sobrang swerte ng mga bata ngayon
Mm.
to have your organizations to really introduce them sa sports and
Ayan.
malayo sila sa vices. So, uh, question would be, ano yung, if you can share a highlight, pinakamalaki so far, to date, na well, outside of the Sabrina for sure, marami yan.
Mhm.
And even for She Got It, kasi di ba, February pa lang, I'm sure meron na yan to date. Meron ba kayo naiisip? Top of your head lang.
Pinky, meron ka ba? You wanna go ahead?
Well, of course, for sports, for She Got It. I never imagined that I would be parang invited because for this podcast. Because hindi pa naman ako ganun ka-active, but I'm active already on sharing a couple of layouts, write-ups about sports, and I'm still thinking of what kind of content. But I'm already there pala. Parang hindi pa ako talaga nagsistart, but meron na nakakapansin. So, I mean, that's like a small win for me. Like, hindi ko siya parang pinagtutuunan masyado pa ng pansin as of the moment. Because, life is so busy. But then I'm super grateful because of alam mo yun, ayoko sana siyang sabihin pero dahil Women's Month, 'di ba? Parang
Mm.
um you will be parang there are opportunities for you to be acknowledged. So parang yun yung tinake ko din na na opportunity to be able to really learn a lot for this one. And siguro for GGG, well, we're already held 32 sports camp for since 2015, if I'm not mistaken, to the data that we had recently. And we've already reached over siguro 2,500 pataas na young Filipina who we were able to teach the sports talaga. And, nagkaroon kami ng introduction of those for sports. So ano pa ba? Yeah, Coach Carla, if you would wanted to add.
Siguro, so yun nga. 10 years na kasi.
Yeah.
And after 32 camps, I guess one of my favorites, nagkaroon kami ng time na we also had a GGG branch in Davao. Tas marami kaming volunteers from Manila. Syempre, gusto namin makabiyahe. We also went to Davao. Pero halos lahat ng volunteers namin talaga galing Davao. Core team lang yung lumipad. Some of our girls na nakuha nila, as in sa Davao City kami, pero ang nakuha naming girls, some of the participants galing Marawi. So
Mm.
talagang, tagal na nun. So, we stayed there for 2 days. Tapos siguro for as volunteers, sa ano lang kami, Ateneo de Davao, na classroom setup, tabi-tabi nakalatag lang kami. Tapos dun sa court, sa baba, dun namin ginawa yung 2-day camp. Um, Actually, 1 day lang nakarating yung Marawi Girls kasi nga masyadong malayo. So parang ang daming, other than ang layo, pagdating nila, naka full football gear na sila. Because apparently in Marawi also, parang sobrang laki ng football. So there's, I believe, may mga, I'm not sure if it's Football for Peace also, na parang nagpapakamp din sila ng football naman sa Mindanao in general. Tapos one of the camps is in Marawi. Tapos, so naging marunong. As in, yun yung tinutukan talaga nila yung girls. Tapos dinala nila doon sa Davao. Tapos parang sakto rin na football yung isa naming sport for nung day na nakarating sila. So, yun, super memorable kasi even parang seeing women, girls na Muslims, 'di ba, playing sport. Napaka-minority na noon. Yun. So, parang na-reach pa rin namin sila. So, I guess that's... And then, I also wanted to share naman, we went to Smoky Mountain din. Ang sa Smoky Mountain naman, ang meron, as in, yung court na setup namin, may isang parang field na. Syempre, hindi pa siya buong field. Parang bako-bako pa yung field. Pero sila mismo, yung mga local na tiga doon na, they usually play baseball naman. Although it's not part of our set of sports, no? Pero, yung, at least na-try nung mga nagbe-baseball, yung ibang sports. Tas, okay, sobrang okay yung community doon. I guess they're also used to having different sports na rin. Pero sobrang nag-participate din yung mga girls doon. Sobrang competitive ng batch na yun.
Siguro if I may add, thank you so much for that, Coach Carla. Hindi pa ata ako kasali that time, no? But I hope we would be able to parang have that kind of experience also, parang immersion. So, yung sa akin naman is, when I joined first, yun nga yung 2 days camp. Siguro yung isa sa parang very inspiring for me is when we transition to hybrid. Nakikita mo talaga nung pandemic, paano ba namin sila kakontakin? So, meron kaming set of criterias kung sino lang din yung ma-accept muna namin na kids. For example, we posted the link, they can apply. Tapos we interview the kids. We asked them to send videos why they would wanted to join GGG. And then we already have kids. So parang how are we going to contact them? Eh hindi naman sila lahat may internet, hindi naman sila lahat may gadgets. Although cell phone is there, but yun nga, wala silang internet. Siguro, I was very inspired by the movement, no? We really did something na we give parang tablets, full gears to the kids para they can really continue yung naumpisahan and for Gigi really to continue kung ano yung nagawa namin. Kasi it's really hard kasi di ba face to face, like in person talaga kami. I mean, paano mo sila tuturuan, di ba, during pandemic? And it's something na siguro I was pretty amazed by the team kasi there are some of us went out really just to talagang deliver house to house yung yung mga gamit sa kids. Alam mo yun, parang it's something na they're also risking themselves na ito sila Coach Carl, si Coach Ivana, bawal lumabas pero we needed to parang record a module for volleyball. Kasi tip of non-volleyball, di ba, Coach Carla? And parang bawal kang lumabas but they need to record yung mga drills na kailangan gawin ng mga kids. So parang apart from yung mga experience sa camp itself, committed talaga. You would really see that the core team is very committed. Those who were volunteering. We still have volunteers na I think nakasama pa din namin na when GGG start. mas matagal pa sa akin. Like parang mas matanda pa sila sa akin na nag-join. So siguro those were one of the things. And then siguro yung mga nagiging exposure natin, no? Like um, Dirk Nowitzki, yung close meeting, tapos yung inauguration ng kids, parang, okay, kung sinong nanalong team, kasi may team-team yung mga kids, tapos pinapangalanan namin sila based on parang sinong athlete na medyo kilala that time. Parang may 8 kids. Tapos nagko-compete sila, 'di ba? So yung parang nagkaroon kami ng event also na ano ba to? Parang after pandemic, kakapanalo pa lang ng Gilas Pilipinas sa SEA Games and it was gold. Tapos na-invite kami to parang meet and greet with them. So, siguro isa pa yon kasi of course, basketball fan din ako eh. So, parang okay, nakikita ko lang sila sa TV. Tapos, hindi nga ako naglalaro hindi ako part ng generation na nakakalaro for UAAP kasi leisure ko lang din naman. So, parang isa yon sa mga pinakamagandang experience also for the kids. Ayun.
Sobrang, ang dami na nangyari.
Oh, my.
Nakakatawa marinig. And the potential pa for our Filipina athletes, di ba? Like, kanina nga, Alex Ayala, it's rank 140 and, di ba, sorry, number 2, number 4, and then nasa semis kanina. So,
Yeah,
fourth, di ba? So, I'll be putting you ladies on the spot since nabanggit nyo nga basketball and you've worked with not just organizations locally, for sure meron din international if you've collaborated with, sabi nyo nga, yung sa Gilas, Sabrina, Dirk. If you could, like, compare the situation that we have, our sports, no, what would be the biggest issue that you would like to address? Let's start with women's basketball since not shoot first podcast, and then and then women's sports in general.
Coach Carla, ikaw naman.
I feel like, so okay, so hindi ako basketball person, but from a for varsity perspective, I guess, ang nakikita kong difference talaga natin with other countries, our grassroots program, okay, non-existent. I don't want to say naman, medyo non-existent compared to
Mm-hmm.
other countries na talagang pinagtutuunan nila ng pansin yung pag-train sa mga bata.
Right.
As in, either kahit hindi varsity level, as in maraming programs talaga, hindi ko alam kung PE level pa lang siguro, na
Mm-hmm.
public school or elementary, ano siya, talagang meron na.
Mm-hmm.
Tas, parang, and it's also, you can, I guess, more accessible sa kanila for the kids than sa ibang bansa, na you can just play.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be a structured training or anything, but at least you can play. Dito, parang, meron ba? Uh, maybe, pero very limited.
Yep.
And then, pag gusto mo nang mag-seryoso and gumaling, parang saan ka pupunta? I guess there all are not enough coaches also. I also know na in our public school system, PE classes are not taught by coaches. Like, ikaw, pwede ka ng PE teacher. Parang ganun lang siya.
Mm-hmm.
So, other
Mm.
than
Right.
grassroots program, nawala. We also don't have enough coaches
Yeah.
to teach a specific sport para matuto talaga yung mga kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Agree.
Yep. So, yeah, lacking yung grassroots. And I would agree, kahit nagtuturo ako ng women's basketball, I'd say, hindi man non-existent. Meron,
Okay.
pero it's really lacking. It's really lacking. And wala ngayon si B, pero she has a very nice quote, if I remember correctly. She said, women in sports parang treated, it's as a spectacle instead of
Mhm.
a competition. So like, ang bigat. Sayang papa-explain pa sana natin sa kanya, pero some other time she can expound more on that one. And if I can just share, no, medyo disheartening experience for my team before. We used to share like a basketball court. It's reserved for trainings and all that. And there was one time na may mga gumagamit and andun yung players ko. And I heard na ayaw pa nila tumubig. Well, men, not to be sexist, no, pero men, ang sabi nila is hindi naman kompleto. So for women's basketball, it's 'di ba? Pwede naman kasi they want to learn. Women want to learn. Women want to improve their skills, their talents, and it's not just laro-laro lang. So I would sana mag-iba yung narrative, yung perspective ng mga tao na we're all athletes, we're all
Mm,
competitors, and everyone can hone their skills and talents then. So andun pa yon, meron pang konti. Pero with having you here, uh, educating the people, 'di ba? It's a good first step. Well, 10 years, a big milestone. Sustainability is there. So there's really hope. Yun, na-share ko lang.
mm,
Pinky,
mm,
anong tingin mo naman yung biggest hurdle or issue that you think could be resolved?
mm. Siguro I wanna second dun sa sinabi mo kasi gender stereotyping was still evident kahit up until the present time. Like gender inequality, most especially siguro if wala tayong coaches na mag-hone, we already have an athlete pero when it comes to siguro sila Coach Carla, um, basketball women's, I was connecting to dun sa napakinggan ko ding podcast way back before na we really lack of parang media coverage for women's. So siguro kasi pag volleyball, of course, girls lang talaga. Pag basketball, boys lang talaga. But the sports is already existing. I mean, may UAAP basketball women's naman talaga, 'di ba? So parang um hindi sila nabibigyan ng chance na i-coverage ng media because of the, you know, gender stereotype still exist. But I can see siguro ang masasabi ko na as of the moment, medyo gumaganda yung exposure ng athletes as time goes by. Thankful to bigger brands kasi kumukuha sila ng athletes na they can parang support, 'di ba? Parang may mga brands na i-invite ng athletes tapos they got to model the sports apparel but then not only that but they are introducing them to the community. So siguro that's one. Maybe yung difference from where I started joining with GGG up until now is also because we were given good coverage um, because of the people who were working so hard para i-introduce si GGG to the community. Naalala ko nun when I started joining sa Commonwealth naman to na camp, I was really overwhelmed and there are a lot of medias that time na coming from Ateneo, coming from TV5. Meron ding short segment from CNN that time. And I was really overwhelmed kasi I didn't know about GGG until you experience it. So kaya invite natin ni Jermaine mag-volunteer as team captain. So feeling ko that's one. And this kind of things, podcast, yung na-experience namin na collaboration siguro with other brands, mga guestings, is something also na hindi kami very focused, but I guess it would help us no to be able to fulfill siguro one of the things that we would like to achieve. Going back, actually yung lack of media coverage, but right now kasi nakikita natin na kapag nagsa-start na yung alam mo yun, basketball season sa ibang bansa, parang sumasabay din tayo. And that's also one of the things na okay kasi we get to be educated not only to what's happening in the Philippines, also outside of the country, and we make it, parang we mirror it to what we wanted to achieve. So siguro that's one.
Siguro I wanted to add, like, there one insight na napansin ko, yes, we are a basketball country, but our girls, when we teach them basketball, as in parang hindi talaga sila marunong, as in zero. So, compared to boys at same age, parang marunong na, di ba? Kaya na mag-layup nun. Tapos, basta 5-on-5 kaya na nila agad. At 8 to 12, kaya na nila maglaro ng basketball. Pero pagdating sa girls, parang hindi alam nila, I guess, kung ano, paano sila, kung nakikita nila na, okay, alam ko ito basketball. But hindi pa nila na-experience. As in, even if exposed sila everyday, nakakita sila ng basketball, hindi nila nagagawa. Either, yes, wala silang opportunity to play, hindi sila sinasali, ayaw silang pasaling ng kuya nila, or yun nga, parang, hindi, boys muna, bawal girls. So I guess that's also something that we hope to address, na hindi, kaya niyong mag-mix, or dapat may playtime din yung girls. Something like that.
Yeah, but I also would wanted to very quick add up lang to yung podcast na where Go Hard Girls parang invited our team members. Maganda yung sinabi nila previously na this isn't about men versus women. So, alam mo yun, working together is something possible talaga. Everyone can be part of volunteering. Although we really focus on getting parang female coaches, but we also are open so to like to if meron gustong mag-volunteer no na boys, but yun nga, focus lang namin since girls, but we do have like core team member na at the back of GGG na nag-help us when it comes to how are we going to still continue si GGG. So siguro it's about working together. So if we would be given a chance lang talaga to dati, 'di ba, to have our own space sa court, yung hindi kami magsasabi na kahit hindi kami kompleto, 'di ba? Kasi yun yung things na hindi din magawa ng mga kids just because they're girls. Like, pag pumunta ka naman sa basketball court, di ba, na kahit mag-isa ka lang, lalaki, bata ka, okay lang. Pero pag babae, parang, alam mo yun, parang medyo weird. So, bakit ka nandito sa court, di ba? Ayoko makipaglaro sa'yo. So, baka masaktan lang kita, baka umiyak ka. So, may mga ganun siguro, mga, at least mga na-experience talaga ng mga kids. So, yun yung binibigay din siguro na confidence ng Girls Got Game para mas ma-personal yung gusto nilang sports if ever meron silang gustong ipagpatuloy.
Okay, so if I may add and if I may say, hearing all of this galing sa inyo at for sharing what GGG has gone through for the past decade. Ang daming pinagdaanan, literal, and there are a lot of barriers that needs to be broken for us to reach this moment. And ang dami pa nating kailangan at ang daming kailangan harapin pa na barriers. But this made us realize more na there are so much fights to fight. At ang daming, yung laban na to, mas nakikita nating hope dahil sa mga dreams na natutupad because of the spaces that women already have in the community. And I remember Ate Siege quoting during the Sabrina tour, living the dream by building the dream. So I know GGG made a huge role and impact kung nasaan na yung our grassroots ng women's sports here in the country. So, gusto ko lang sabihin, when you guys said na media coverage is lacked, even way before, even the NU's game streak wasn't even nasa media coverage noon. Nakikita lang natin siya sa articles, but it's not even shown on national TV. But right now. For the past 2 seasons, we are really grateful for the broadcast partners na literal na invest sa women's sports. So nakita natin for the past 2 seasons, the UST Women's Basketball Championship, how NU dominated women's UAAP basketball once again, and recently, girls basketball is having their coverages. Yung ngayong recent UAAP lang, and I was really happy when Kuya Gio said where he can watch that game. And recently, UST girls basketball were the UAAP girls inauguration champions. So clean streak sila throughout the season. So we are grateful to have these coverages right now. And isa pa dito, sobrang grateful tayo sa mga partners who are giving the spotlight for women's sports and actually not just women's basketball. Katulad nga ng Go Hard Girls, Atleta Filipina, now she got it. Laban Filipinas, actually Ven from Filipinas Football is actually converting her account to Laban Filipinas to cater to more Filipina athletes. So ayun, we are grateful for every woman in the community who has given us the space and platform para mas makilala pa ang women's sports here in the country. And we are grateful na andito yung GGG simula sa una para mabigyan yung grassroots natin and also the community the space and avenue to dream for where we are right now. So,
Yep. Galing. Thank you, Ain. And then if I may, if I remember correctly, a figure from one article I read, parang kay KB din to. Sana tama. Na 84% from a survey said that more eyes will be parang tututok sa women's sports if
that's right.
mabibigyan lang ng platform. So right now, andito na tayo. And if I may, just relating this from previous episodes from Shoot First, we were talking about the face of the Philippine Basketball Association. And isang factor doon was relatability to the player. So was it Junmar Fajardo or Terence Romeo? So mahirap si Junmar kasi malaki siya. Not everyone can be blessed with that height. And then Terence Romeo mas maliit. So dinadan sa skills. Now, gusto ko lang banggitin mga nanonood, sa ating viewers, listeners, women's Maharlika Pilipinas basketball, if you watch them, I'd say and I'm not patronizing. I'm coaching women's basketball. They're more relatable in terms of how pure they do basketball and how well they play. It's all fundamentals. I'm not saying hindi as skilled, pero the teamwork, how system oriented they are, and the lack of, I don't know how to express this, pero for lack of a better term, the lack of testosterone induced aggression in sports. Sobrang linis lang ng laro. So if we were to watch women's basketball in general, women's sports in general, maniwala kayo, masarap manood, masaya panoorin. If you're looking for entertainment and competition, they both have that. And very happy to have She Got It, Girls Got Game, all these organizations. And maybe for a concluding question, no, I'd like to ask, siguro for GGG, since medyo bata pa si She Got It, looking back from when you started the organization, having all these goals and milestones in mind, nasa na kayo ngayon kumpara dati, and was it how you imagined it? So ito yung goal ko, kaya ako to sinimulan, pero looking back now, nasa na kayo ngayon?
So, initially, ang goal talaga namin, just to create the spark. As in, uy, ito na, interested na ako sa sports. Yun lang yung gusto talaga namin makuha sa mga girls na tinuturuan namin. And ngayon, I guess, nandun na kami sa, paano ba? 'Di ba? Uy, parang nakuha ko na yung kiliti mo eh. Parang paano ba? So we kind of extended the module. Mas mahaba na siya. Pero at least, mas guided sila. Na maski wala kami, meron silang at least basics na pwede nilang tignan, balikan kung gusto ba nila talagang matutunan yung sport. At least nabibigay na namin sa kanila yon. Kasi nung una talaga, we didn't have the means to coach ng matagal. Ngayon lang kami nagkaroon ng, kaya pala. Tapos, syempre, future state namin is talagang ipagpatuloy nila. So, I guess yun yung, well, wala pa. Pero sana, soon, na meron, okay, interested ako. And then, uy, gumaling na ako. 'Di ba? Tapos, ito na. Nilalaro ko na siya. And eventually, sana, sila rin yung mag, parang iikot lang rin. Sana sila na yung mag-give back din sa ibang kids naman.
Overwhelmed ako, sorry. Ang ganda kasi.
Very well said.
And then, well, sige, kahit bata pa si She Got It, siguro kung hindi pa yung ilang months pa lang, di ba? Pero what would you be aspiring for the immediate future? At least target for the year.
Ako observing what's happening from the past previous events,
Mhm.
because this is also something that was created out of fun when we're talking about ni Janela, women's baller. If
Yeah.
you if you are watching, may segment doon na um ako yung nag-i-interview dun sa mga women athletes na naglalaro sa court na sabi ko, yung video mo is something that we can still explore to another um, parang content na di ba parang you were featuring them, you were introducing them. Maybe we can add up spice. So we interviewed them. So siguro one of my goal is to continue that. Yun nga, I was on the space kasi na I am the person or we are the person in GGG who's doing this kind of things. And for, let's say, for us to know this kind of people, there should be someone also to being able to parang introduce them. So malay mo naman, si Jermaine, ma-interview ko siya sa isang segment ni She Got It or ma-feature ko siya. So, those kind of things na there are also people who's helping this athletes who's playing in front. And they are succeeding because they also have, let's say, someone supporting them at the back. Not only athletes, of course, nakikita natin WMPBL, dominated na sila ng girls referees, diba? Na previously, wala naman tayo masyadong nakikita talaga na nag-referee na girls thanks to Liga ng or sa group nila Alba. So those are the things that I would like to achieve for this year, is to really promote all the women's in sport, not only the athletes, but yun, other women's who's helping to support and contributing sa sports community. So yeah.
Ganda. Shifting the spotlight to everyone. Ang ganda nun. Ang dami ko pang pwedeng itanong. Pwede ba tayong magdaldalan? Pero anything in the that you would like to promote for She Got It, for Girls Got Game?
Okay, sige ako na Coach Carla. So, hello to the viewers. Siguro just wanted to ask you to follow and support She Got It. So we're on IG and TikTok. So you'll be able to see more of the motivations, our plans for the future, and I hope you also get to let me know if you are someone who would like to be featured. So just keep in touch with me. And yeah, let's support all women's in sports.
And I hope you also follow Girls Got Game PH. And para alam nyo rin when we have camps. So sometimes it's a specific sport. We'll just announce it on the page. If you want to volunteer as a coach, kahit very basic lang yung alam nyo sa sport, it doesn't have to be like, you didn't have to have varsity training or anything. Or kung gusto nyo, parang sila Pinky na, team captains. So, pwedeng kayo lang yung tutulungan yung mga bata, kung anong kailangan nila. Parang big ate nila during the day, during the camp. And for, I guess, also, yes, we do welcome mga male volunteers, pero dun lang kayo sa log. Either patulong na lang sa pagbuhat, yes, or photographers, we also do that. Medics, ano pa ba? Usually yun lang yung mga positions na open during camps. Yun, so,
Okay. And also maybe we can invite, if there are some viewers who are interested to volunteer, we will have our camp this coming May for rugby. So we're gonna open the volunteer for those who would wanted to volunteer. So we're in need of volunteers for the sports at saka team captains. So yes.
Madaming mangyayari, madaming gagawin. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tama ba? Both of these women have their 9 to 5s and they're doing this out of love for the game, for the sport. So,
yes.
Grabe. Maraming salamat ulit. Maraming salamat sa inyong oras and we'd love to have you back again. Kung ano mang maging pwedeng collaboration pa natin. I mean, even natin Shoot First for Girls Got Game, for She Got It. Lahat would be willing to collaborate. Sorry, Pinky.
Can I also say something? I was able to check out yung podcast sa YouTube. This is the first time you guys were able to parang record for promote, hindi naman promoting, but all girls guests. Tama ba ako?
For women's sports, yes. For women's basketball, meron na dati.
Oh,
We had Katan before. Yeah.
We had Katan
yes.
before.
Thank you so much.
Pero for women's sports, yes, ito. Historic event, so recorded.
And it's women in sports media, so it's such a thing.
Hopefully, it's not going to be the last. So
yes,
very excited to collaborate the future. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, maraming salamat. Thank you, Pinky. Thank you, Carla. Ain, thank you. Ito yung debut mo.
Thank you, Carla. Yep.
Thank you also.
Sana hindi to last. And have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Happy Women's Month. Here's to women's sports.
Bye-bye.